called?
Yeah, it's not an easy thing.
Oh.
2, 1.
Hey, and welcome back to Live at 12:05. We put this together just last night, and we're quite proud of that. Let me introduce you to my co-host, Miss Leah Tussing. She's here visiting with us, and we're going to have this fabulous recap of from starting she and I planning this video event, and its culmination leading to today.
Oh my gosh.
Spontaneity is the word of the week.
It's live entertainment. It's always, you never know what's going to happen. I'm so glad to be here and that it worked out, being up here in the Northwest and having the chance to work with you guys with your Catching Up With series.
That was fun.
That was really
for being
fun.
Our first guest.
And that was a totally different experience too, being on the other side of, doing the live, the recording, because I was not here in person. So yes, if you have not seen the Catching Up With series, make sure you check that out. It's formatted a little different. It's very cool.
We've got a very special guest that I'm going to approach for later this month, and it'll be a hoot and a holler.
So, what is your favorite part about Live at 12:05?
Oh, the people, of course. And plus, I don't have to work behind the scenes. However, I may have to here very shortly.
Yes, because we have, I'm going to be performing my musical arrangements today with Robert Baker.
Yes.
Of Studio Rob.
Oh, and look, professionals, we decided to do this show today after all, and the two of them just within minutes had 2 songs pulled out, know how they're going to do them, gave me the information I needed, and that is the spontaneity aspect for this little show just makes me happy. So they pulled it together, and between the three of us and the memories that are going to go with us in future days of this past week or so, with the tribe and the experiences that she's had while she's been here, and the adventures I've had, and the professors' fun experiences in the last week or two is just a lot to catch up on. And
yeah, I'm looking forward to. Make sure you follow me on social media at Leah Tussing on Instagram, because I'm about to photo dump. I've been like taking photos of this entire week and a half and almost 2 weeks now being up here and catching up with people,
reconnecting.
Playing music, reconnecting. Gosh, a Freedom Fest is so amazing. Having because of crazy circumstances, didn't have as many live performances this time around.
It was okay,
but it worked out. It worked out.
It worked out beautifully. Just way to go, Dano and Jim, and
oh my gosh,
the team, the sound team. I know I got one
Freedom
picture of the
Fest.
guy behind the board, Paul and Willow, and everybody involved in putting it on and supporting Jim's efforts and Dano's hard efforts, and everybody that comes together for it. And Paul and Willow have been mainstays, and just nice to be able to breathe fresh air and connect.
Yeah, it was
elbow.
I was like, man, it felt so normal.
Yes.
Gosh, it just felt so good to feel normal. Like, oh, with my people. Oh, this feels so good.
Yes.
Playing music and
so you
good.
had some shows around while you've been here.
Yes,
and connecting with friends, and
Yes.
even went to Whidbey Island.
Yes.
Looked
do you know, I have more favorites, but the performances that I did have this time around are at some of my very favorite venues and my very favorite pockets of community and players. And the first being, right out the gate, came up from Phoenix, and 2 Sundays ago had the Anchor Pub at the Anchor Pub.
So what At the pub,
Mm-hmm.
because I know you're more than just a blues singer. You are.
And you know what? I appreciate you saying that, but what's really funny is all my time in the blues community, I got oh yeah, you're the jazz singer. So in the jazz community, I'm like,
But-
oh, you're the blues singer. Oh, you're the jazz singer.
But you do play an instrument.
I do. I play the banjo. Although she's traveled quite a lot, and she's currently taking a sabbatical so she can get some work done.
Good
My
deal.
banjo.
Well, my
But
she
she'll
is
make
my
a-
popper Bertha.
Yeah,
That's my she.
she'll make a reappearance. Yeah, so
Multifaceted.
very exciting. Yeah, so at the Anchor, and then
And that was a rock, bluesy
that
feel?
was jazz. So
Oh, right on.
I have been so blessed and love the work that I've been able to be a part of in the blues community. And that was, but that project was a lot more like blues fusion rock. It was much heavier, which I love. I'm a rock and roll girl. Like that's it's in my heart. But I also have this really just a huge appreciation for and love of jazz, of improvisation, of choral music, of harmonies and counter melodies, and this beautiful blend and syncopation, and the spontaneity of music, the freedom of music. And I love, I grew up, that was my musical education, was in jazz. And here in the Pacific Northwest.
I know you can deliver the rock.
Well, thank you. I love it.
I know
So
you can
it's
deliver the
fun.
rock.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And that energy,
I know
and
the vocal that you contribute or that you can deliver in a rock tune.
thank you.
Wow. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Robert Plant, who?
I let one of my favorite, that's pretty awesome, comparisons is people, when you hear somebody play or sing, you think your immediate way of understanding or recognizing is by kind of comparing it to something similar, something that's familiar that you already know. So that's when I heard you and I thought of this person.
Well,
or I
you
thought
know
of this artist, and I
You're
had
not trying to be full on Robert Plant, but you
No.
are delivering a Leah Tussing version,
Yeah.
vocal wise, to
yeah, I want to be me.
that degree of Robert Plant himself.
But
And
I had somebody call me Roberta Plant, and I thought, that's the shit. That's awesome.
well,
But I love that. I love rock and roll. My dad is a huge musical influence, mentor, and business partner, and my musical endeavors of all manner. And incredibly talented musician.
Yes, he
and,
is. And if I may interject, I have an opportunity now that Leah didn't realize she supplied for me, is that her dad, Chris Tussing, is the contributing drummer on the Live at 12:05 opening tune.
Yes, that's another musical cooperation that has been really great. All the various incarnations of Studio Rob and the Tussing family Flat Out Productions working together on multiple projects over the
Yes.
last 10, 15 years, and the way that our individual studios have and recording projects and endeavors have kind of changed and gone this way and that way, and just kind of bump into each other.
Yep.
I think that our musical journeys have done this a few times now,
Well,
which is pretty cool.
I
very cool.
have from the outside looking in, see this lovely interchangeable puzzle of gentlemen like my husband, Tom Jones, Chris Tussing, Tommy Cook, Richard Williams,
Tom-
all
yeah,
of those gentlemen, they wear two hats. They're musicians and then they're music producers. So they're able to swap those hats out as they need to with and for each other, and work together
Yeah.
and bounce ideas and consult with.
I think-
or play in
yeah.
their studio as a musician.
Yeah, and I 100% believe that when you have spent time in the studio, it in any facet, whether it is recording as an artist or engineering, definitely these are different tasks and require different skill sets. But the process of tidying and refining and the shaping that happens to you as a musician when you spend time in the studio, because you are analyzing every error. Where does that come from? How do we tighten this up? How can we, how can we clean here? How can we, and it's an incredible creative experience where you have so many opportunities to try different things and use different toys and expand different ways.
Yes.
But that informs you.
This wife's ear hears a project coming from one human individual, but it's two voices coming out, the producer voice and the musician
They're
voice.
different voices.
Well,
I
he's...
resemble that remark.
Okay, see? But there was another a point I wanted to make about that is that task and that process informs the band that person plays in a great deal. That's in arrangements on stage, whether that's live or improvised,
Yes.
You become an arranger in other ways in your life. And I think that's why, bands like the Stacey Jones Band, Polly O'Keefe and the Rhythm Method,
That longevity.
they're excellent projects. These are, they're excellent projects, excellent bands. So that is a community plug.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there are many different projects and bands. I mean, come see me. I want to see you too. But come check out. There's so much good music and
your
and
set
excellent
Monday was
musicianship.
good.
Yes,
We missed it, unfortunately, because we were at Coos and Colby with Bertha.
but you deliver a delicious addition to the community as well with your Pop and Time popcorn.
we had a good time. We
Yeah.
were missing Tribe, but we had a good time, as we always do.
Monday was fabulous at Freedom Fest. I was there with my MFJB. And it's my jazz band. And it was, I'm so proud of that set. I'm so proud of that set, and I will tell you exactly why. I hired these musicians and send them the information, no rehearsal. Here's the keys. I trust you guys. We're going to have some fun. We went up on stage, and it had been two and a half years for me being on stage with a full band. Other than the time, like last week when we popped into the Madison Avenue Pub for their Unbound Blues Jam with Paul and Willow.
Oh my gosh, that place was glowing.
That was amazing. It was an awesome moment of music. But other than that, it had been like I had this moment of chills, like whoo.
That's
It was a
cute.
surge of energy.
Oh.
Hadn't been on stage with a full band in almost 2.5 years, and
Your band,
but
your
to have-
guys.
no, in general, with a kit and blue, really. But then also with my guys, with the guys, and there are different variations of bands because lineups because you can't
But
always
you
get your you can't always sometimes people are unavailable. It's a thing. Hashtag Robert Baker. I love you. But I'm also like, holy cow, Mike Setzer. What an incredible. He was recommended to me. I never played a gig with Mike Setzer, my bass player for the band on Monday. And again, all of these guys just trusting their musicianship. And did they step up to the plate? Like, I felt like
gosh.
I felt so spoiled.
So who are these guys in that band?
So the lineup that I had, the
That
MFJB,
day.
but the lineup that I had that day was Jim Barnes on keys.
Love the Barnes.
Yes. And we have jazz musical project and background time together. James Redford and Chris Allen of different lineups of the Rafael Tranquilino Band, worked with them for years. And Mike Setzer on bass. And Angelo Ortiz did a song with us as well.
Nice.
I was able to bring him up for Feeling All Right at the End, and it was awesome. And he's, an award-winning, Washington Blues Society award-winning percussionist.
Yes,
So-
he is, and that triggered a memory of another percussionist that we had the great pleasure of seeing at Mount Baker, and that was Ray Gonzalez with the Scott Holt Band. It was Scott Holt, Doug Mugg Swanson, and Ray Gonzalez that played that year. And my friend John Case discovered that Ray Gonzalez plays with quite a few bands. So the running joke that year, that weekend, and ensued for several months afterwards was Ray Gonzalez, he plays with about 4,000 bands. and he's up there in the tens of thousands at one point. But yeah, he's like, Ray Gonzalez, that drummer that plays with about 6,000 bands.
And he's like, yeah, I did.
So that's our Angelo.
I love it. Yes,
That's
And
our
it
Angelo.
is. And you know, we actually kind of had a chuckle about that as well at Freedom Fest, because he was like, heck yeah, I want to play with you guys. I'm in. Let's do it. But it's so much fun. And I told him, I said, here's the thing. We've all been cooped up for so long. And we're like, yeah, tag me in, tag me in, tag me in. Yes, I'm ready. Let's play. Like, we're ready to play with all our friends. It's an exciting, fun time. It's so much fun to play music. I keep touching my mic. Sorry, boss. He didn't say anything.
Hey, we didn't get any hand signals, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a couple of really good days there. Caught just a little bit of I missed my husband. I didn't feel well Friday night, so I missed his act. But I heard it. Everybody enjoyed it, and as all of the bands were great. We caught a little bit of the shift, and then Donna Diane Forsyth and Marty Val de la Bene. We caught the Town Hall Brawl. That woman, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She is massively talented. That voice, Don's playing, and then I love the Val de la Bene. He knows why.
There's
well, Marty was the drummer for a massively famous fiddle player from South Louisiana, Doug Kershaw.
Wow.
Doug Kershaw.
I did not know that.
You go find video and see that that young Marty up there. It's like, yeah, he's up. To me, he's up there with Michael Shreve and Santana and young drummer.
Yeah.
So there you go, Marty.
Are you you're a blues fan? Yes.
I'm still a blues fan in training.
Okay, blues fan in training.
Yes.
Okay.
After all these years.
I could cheers that.
I'm still
I started
learning
with jazz,
a lot.
and I'm still learning a lot as well.
All of my exposure to the blues came from a little popcorn stand.
But hey, are you serious? That's like how you got really connected in the community, was with your popcorn stand?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Second,
see how important
next to
snacks
the last
are,
year.
Guys? Snacks are so important. We need to add them as a food group. I'm putting that in there.
Especially my can of corn.
Do you know?
Who is your sponsor this month, by the way?
My sponsor?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Well, thank you for that.
Right.
Check out Pop and Time Popcorn.
Okay, are we wrapping up? I guess we're wrapping up. Gosh, dang it. Already? Okay.
Oh.
But you are going to do your social media.
Yes. Check me out at www.leahtussing.com. That's LeahTussing. You can find me on Facebook at /Leah Tussing or Leah Tussing Music. And on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Leah Tussing. And we have, you never know where I'm like, what is it, Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? You never know where I'll pop up, or what neighborhood.
Or pop back to.
So.
And thank y'all for sticking with us on Live at 1205. I'm still having a massive amount of fun, and my husband's doing all the magic in the background.
Rob Baker.
And we appreciate y'all. Please like and share. Check back later this month. We're going to have, I'm working towards a hoot and a holler of a catching up with guest. So I'll just leave it there. And that'll be later this month in September, the second half of the month feature. All right. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Leah T. here with Robert Baker, and this is Weed Smoker's Dream. You had plenty money, 1922. You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. You're sitting there wondering what it's all about. You ain't got no money, they'll put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. Da 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 if you had prepared 20 years ago, you wouldn't be a wandering from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. I fell for your driving and I took you in. Now all you've got to offer me is a drink of gin. Why don't you do right like some other men? Get out of here and get me some money. Some money, get me some money. Some money like the other men do. Like my other men do. Yeah.
Right on.
Welcome back. We're going to do another jazz favorite, Fever, made famous by Peggy Lee and countless others. Never knew how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. The sun lights up the daytime and the moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever with your kisses, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever. That is something we all know. Fever isn't such a new thing. Why, this fever started long ago. Romeo loved Juliet. Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame. Thou givest fever. With your kisses, fever with thy flaming youth. Fever, I'm
a fire fever, yeah, I burn forsooth. Not Captain Smith, I'm Pocahontas. They had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, no, don't you dare. He gives me fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Yeah. Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give men fever. Be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, we give you fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Fever. I'm on fire, fever, I burn forsooth. Oh, what a lovely way to burn. Yes, what a lovely way to burn. Oh, what a lovely way